and they weren't given Juneteenth despite asking for it after that was made a federal holiday. Which is like, that's one day, and you've got a 90% black workforce?
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Better news.
Yes.
Nearly 200 GE workers in Auburn, Alabama announced their union drive with the Industrial Division of the Communication Workers of America. Just got off the line with Mustafa Hassan, Communication Workers of America Local 3905 president up here in Huntsville. 200 GE workers in Auburn, Alabama announced their union drive with the Industrial Division of the Communication Workers of America, CWA, also known as the International Union of Electronic, Electrical, Salaried, Machine, and Furniture Workers, IUECWA. Very exciting. Those workers produce additive components for the jet propulsion industry. In their press release, the workers say that they have strong majority support, well over majority support, and that workers at other GE plants across the country are organizing as well. If they win, it'll be the first new GE union in nearly a decade, which is very exciting. I talked to Auburn GE worker Marcus Durrell yesterday about the campaign. He told me that they actually had a campaign back in 2017, and they were not successful, partially because the company began to address some of the issues that ignited the campaign. They began treating the workers with more respect. They began, listening to them more, stuff like that. But like any bad boss turned good boss story, if you don't get it in a contract, if you don't get it in writing, then those gains are going to start to wither away. And that's exactly what happened down there. Marcus said that it got particularly bad at the beginning of this year. And so him and some other workers at the GE Auburn plant went to the IUECWA to talk about forming a union, and the campaign took off from there. And, I think it's interesting, and it's worth noting how much talking to Durrell and even across all of these campaigns that are going on, respect and just being treated like a human is at least as front and center as, bread and butter wage and benefits issues, right? Like if you're, just a cheat code, for managing, like if you just treat your workers well, you can avoid a lot of the union stuff if you treat your workers well. Like not even the wage and benefits stuff, just treating them like a human, speaking to them well, respecting them, listening to them, right? And
and that's definitely been my experience as well.
Yeah.
Even in the education sector, it's about just being treated with respect and dignity, and that's not a lot to ask.
No, it's not a lot to ask at all. It's the bare minimum, in fact. And it's definitely an interesting thing seeing that. But and so that can be, and so these concerns about wages and benefits can really be brought to the fore, can be metastasized by management just being disrespectful. And that's what happened here. And there are definitely issues in that area in the plant as well, the wages and benefits area. He said that this is a 90+% black workforce, and they weren't given Juneteenth despite asking for it after that was made a federal holiday, which is like, that's one day, and you've got a 90% black workforce. Why would you not do that? That's bonkers. They also work with material containing carcinogens that can cause cancer, and they're not really compensated for that additional risk they're taking on for the company. They make as much as 10 to 12 hours less, he said, than workers doing similar things at other GE plants. $10 to $12 an hour is a lot of money. He said that many other GE plants are union, but that there is a non-union plant in the Carolinas that Marcus said makes more money than they do.
Wow.
Yeah. So, really kind of unique things that they're facing at this Auburn plant. And he said that since they announced the campaign, management has really, really gone heavy on the anti-union campaign, pushing a lot of fear about closures and stuff. But the way that he tells it, they have gotten themselves really educated and been able to inoculate themselves against this sort of fear campaign by management. And, really understanding their worth to the company. They produce a lot of material down at that Auburn plant, and they produce a pretty unique product as well as the quantity. So you've got the quality and the quantity there, and it would be really difficult for GE to actually close that plant. So really exciting news there. Really exciting news. I'm looking forward to seeing more from them for sure. And I asked Marcus if there was anything that he'd like to make sure folks understood about the campaign, and he said, he just wants folks to understand that they are really asking for just parity with some of the union plants, right? Nothing crazy, nothing that GE isn't already doing, and so really, really reasonable asks. He also said, go Skyhawks. His kid goes to school there at West Point, so go Skyhawks.
That's exciting news to see that happening at Auburn, and I'm really wishing best of luck to this campaign. And it sounds like they have a lot of issues to organize around, and it also sounds like they're pretty confident in their support.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.